Hi, this is Sarah Janisse Brown, and I want to talk to you about getting started with homeschooling a young teenager, probably ages 12 to 14. This is a plan that I have put together for my 13-year-old daughter, and she really has a lot of say in what she is interested in learning, and she helps choose books. So let me talk to you about what we would be doing and how we would be using these fun schooling books. So first of all, the core of her homeschooling experience is going to be this devotional homeschool journal for Christian girls. It has 400 activities, and since she's 13, she would be using 7 to 10 pages a day, 3 days a week. And then on the other 2 days, she's going to be focusing on other fun schooling books outside of this journal. We're going to talk about that. Okay, so what she's going to do with this book is she's going to list or draw 9 things that she wants to learn about. And we're really going to be focusing a lot on kind of time management and home economic skills. They're really important for everyone to learn actual skills. So cleaning, organizing, time management, food preparation, these are some things that she's going to be studying. So some wonderful books here. Food to Live By, the Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up, 10 Time Management Choices, and she'll be putting together her own little cookbook using Make Your Own Book of Cooking Tips and Ideas. She's also going to be doing some research on our family history. She made her own personal journal. These are some literature books that she'll be using this year. And then she loves to draw, so she can use this animal encyclopedia to practice drawing animals. To get started with fun schooling, you definitely need lots of fun drawing supplies and a fun schooling journal. So the next thing she's going to do after we decide on all her books, she's going to draw each book and write the name of the title here. So these books will all be listed here. So she's going to start her day with the priority and planning time. School isn't only about academics, it's learning to plan and prioritize, and that's one thing she's going to be doing with this book and this book. So I think she's going to be finding quotes from the time management books, and she's going to be writing down her to-do list, her plans, her goals for the day, and her notes. And then she's going to be studying different parts of the world. She gets to choose any city, state, or country, and she'll be doing her research on the internet. She really enjoys using Pinterest, so she would probably be creating Pinterest pages about the cities and states and countries that she's studying, and she would add her notes to this page. This is her geography. And then she'll have reading time, so she'll set her timer for an hour. She likes to snuggle up in her room in a comfy, quiet place with a cup of tea, and she'll spend time reading from her books and taking notes here. After she spends some time reading, it's really nice to just get out the colored pencils and the markers and the gel pens and spend some time reflecting while she colors. Kids need time to just relax and process what they've learned, and that's why we have the coloring pages. Okay, now this is a little activity I call finding the words. You'll color this picture and list 6 adjectives that could describe it. And then she has her Bible reading time. So she'll write down what passage in the Bible she's reading and copy a verse and write a prayer here. So on the 3 days a week that she's using this journal, she would be doing her Bible reading time in this journal. Then we're going to study character traits. So she is going to study the character trait being truthful, and she's going to write and illustrate a short story about someone who is truthful. Here's a Bible verse, here's where she'll put her illustration, and here's where she will write her story. She has spelling time, and she needs to find 20 words with 8 letters each. She'll look around the house or in her books. So she could look in any of these books to find 8-letter words. There's one, yourself. Let's see. And so when you're doing this word hunt, you're looking there, getting, that is, no, that's 7. You count a lot of different words, and when you do, you're getting a word picture, learning how to spell, not just the words you write down, but every other word that you count the letters in. Dynamic, that has 7. Methods, there's, no, that only has 7. Obstacles, so that's spelling time. And then she gets to have a time where she watches a documentary, educational program, movie, or a tutorial, and she'll take notes on the movie she watches. If she does 10 pages a day in this book, that is about 4 hours of learning time, which is why I created these books, so that I could have my kids doing 4 hours of directed learning time without me sitting there telling them what to do the whole time. And so she would choose a documentary, and she really enjoys watching Bible studies online. So she has a few teachers that she loves that we've approved of, and that's one thing she likes to do. She also enjoys movies about history. Okay, this is for math practice. I want her to get the big picture of all the different ways math is used. So she would actually be drawing diagrams from this book, and it really covers just about everything. And so she will be using this book along with this math practice page. Now, world news today. My husband usually does current events with the kids a few times a week, and they would get out their notebooks and write down the news that he shares with them. Then she chooses a book of the day, and she's going to do some copy work or write about what she's learning in that specific book. She has another coloring page. A lot of times she enjoys coloring with her little sister, so if she's babysitting that day, they can work on it together. Another geography page, a priority and planning page, Bible reading time, finding the words, relax and be creative, some nature study, this is a day in my life. So on the days when she's not using her journal, she's going to be using a few different books that are going to cover other subjects. So 2 days a week, she's going to be using the singer and the songwriter. She plays piano, she sings, and she's starting to write songs. Let me show you the inside of this. As you can see, this book has already been started. There is a lot of language arts and music in this book, so this really does cover her language arts along with the literature books. Okay, those other 2 days she'll be using the 1st and 2nd Peter Bible Study Guide and Prayer Journal, and it actually includes the Bible reading in the dyslexic font for that day. And there's a place for notes, a place to write about what you're reading about. So this will be 2 days a week. How to make money. This is a study of, this is really social studies, and I'm going to show you how this works. It goes through many different occupations that people do, and there's an illustration of about 100 different occupations. And with each occupation, there are thinking questions. Okay, so here's a midwife. So, thinking questions. What is this profession called? What would the world be like if no one did this job? What is a person with this job expected to accomplish? Could you be good at this job? Why? What kind of education, ability, training, experience does this person need to do this job well? How much money can a person earn when they do this job as a profession? How much time does this job require? Do you know someone with this job? On a scale from 1 to 10, rate this job. What is the best thing about this job and the worst thing about this job? So the student, 2 days a week, will be going through this book and evaluating a different job every week. And it really helps them to have a perspective of what is going on in the world and what they might be interested in doing when they grow up. Here's a mommy blogger, electrician, interior designer, marine biologist, firefighter, mayor, I guess this is a mommy, this is a lady who works at a museum, this is somebody who cleans houses, train conductor, judge, coal miner, baker, astronaut, clown, explorer, police officer, a waiter. I guess this guy probably travels around the world making travel blogs. Photographer, farmer. So, as you can see, this book has lots of different jobs that your kids can learn about. She'll be making her own book of cooking tips and ideas, so she can create her own cookbook. She'll find different recipes, probably online on Pinterest, and add them to this book. She also has a book here called Food to Live By, and it really has a lot of great recipes in it, and it's recipes that use natural and organic and fresh seasonal ingredients. So she would be using these together along with Pinterest. Okay. This is for creating a book of family history. So she'll be learning about our family history and writing in this. Neat thing is we are living and have lived in some of the countries that our ancestors came from. They came from this region. They came from Poland, where we live in Ukraine used to be part of Poland, and they came from Italy, they came from England, so they've been able to travel to the places where our ancestors lived. So I think that pretty much covers it, and it gives you kind of a conceptual idea of what a 12 to 14-year-old might do when fun schooling. So just to kind of go back over this is her math, this is her science, this is home economics, this is literature, this is history, this is home economics and science, this is economics and social studies, and this is Bible, this is music and language arts. In the book, the Devotional Homeschool Journal for Christian Girls, 400 Activities, we also cover geography and character building. So this is a lot of fun, and my kids really enjoy homeschooling with this method. I hope your kids do too. If you have any questions, ask. Please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to see more videos like this. Bye-bye. Oh, you'll find all our books at funschoolingbooks.com.